Hello and welcome to a brand new video where we will be checking the bookies predictions for promotion and relegation in the Championship and also in League 1 and League 2, just to see what the bookies have as an idea of who's going up, who's going down from these leagues for the upcoming 25-26 season. So let's just dive straight into the bookies predictions for this season of promotion and relegation in Championship down to League 2. So the bookies odds for the Championship have slightly changed. Last time we did the bookies Championship predictions, but we do also have the League 1 and League 2 ones to do. But we'll start with the Championship. Ipswich Town are your favourites to get promoted as expected under Kieran McKenna, but people are expecting them to steamroll the league. A bit like Luton last season. Don't think Ipswich are going to be that bad. But yeah, they are expected to steamroll the league with Kieran McKenna in charge. Southampton are also in there as second favourites, of course, because, well, Southampton, at the end of the day, another parachute team. Birmingham City are in third. That might be due to the Leicester points deduction that some people might know coming. Sheffield United as well under Ruben Sellers. I do not think Sheffield United are going to be anywhere near playoffs this year because Ruben Sellers, I don't rate him as a coach in my opinion. So yeah, they will have dropped down in my predictions. You'll have to wait for those in a week or two's time. Leicester City in fifth, I believe. Yeah, fifth place for Leicester. And then in the final playoff spot is Coventry. So that is the playoffs for the Championship this season, or what the bookies think anyway, of Ipswich, Southampton, Birmingham, Sheffield United, Leicester and Coventry. I probably see that maybe remove Sheffield United or Leicester due to the points deduction that Marty Cifuentes' side might be getting. Middlesbrough and Wrexham, yeah, on the outsiders, and Norwich as well, but we won't mention those. It's only the top six really in the favourite books to get promoted, of course. So yeah, into the relegation. Of course, it's Oxford. I'm not sure why Gary Rowett's a good coach at this level, knows what he's doing, knows it's just probably because Oxford haven't done enough business as of yet in the January transfer market, and Preston also behind Sheffield Wednesday, which is a bit of a surprise because Sheffield Wednesday, you've got Danny Rowe expected to leave soon. They're losing players. Michael Smith and Josh Windass have both left due to not being paid, so it's really sad times down at Sheffield Wednesday, Preston and Oxford as well. Just above that drop zone in 20th and 21st, we'll just cover that. Is Portsmouth and Charlton. John Messina, the way his team is set up at Fratton Park, they should be absolutely fine this season. Similar to Charlton Athletic in this one, 101 to get relegated along with Sheffield Wednesday and Preston. Charlton do quite a bit of business themselves under Nathan Jones, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. If they stayed up this season, I think Wrexham need to be making a few more moves than they are, because they might get sucked into it, even though they are nowhere near the bookies' favourites to be down there. So yeah, that is promotion and relegation. Promotion, we have Ipswich, Southampton, Birmingham, Sheffield United, Leicester, Coventry, and going down is Sheffield Wednesday, Preston, Oxford, with Portsmouth and Charlton just surviving or joint favourites to go down with them. So yeah, that is the Championship. Promotion and relegation odds done. Into League 1 we go then, and the favourites are Luton Town, of course, because Matt Bloomfield, they've lost a few of their players, but Matt Bloomfield's been in this league before with Wickham. He's almost got them out of this league. I think if it wasn't for him leaving for Luton coincidentally, then yeah, they would be absolutely fine, and Wickham would have been a Championship team this season. But yeah, at the end of the day, you've got to make the managerial decisions. Matt Bloomfield obviously chose to go to Luton. Plymouth Argyle are second favourites, joint with Cardiff City, which is a really, really strange one because they've got financial issues of their own going on, do Cardiff. So yeah, I'm a bit surprised why Cardiff are up that high in the betting odds to get promoted. Of course, Plymouth Argyle in second. Tom Cleverley, you can see that he's a good coach. He didn't really, nobody gets really proven at Watford, do they? So yeah, Tom Cleverley might have been a smarter appointment for Plymouth. Fourth is kind of expected Huddersfield Town making moves in the transfer market early on in the window, of course. So yeah, you could see why that Huddersfield Town are in fourth favourites. Then you've got Stephen Schumacher of Bolton in 5th, which I'm still a bit surprised about. I'm a bit baffled by, because they were terrible. Yes, he had a bit of a new manager bounce last season, but yeah, they were terrible after that. Maybe because they knew they had nothing to play for. Maybe they'll go for it a bit more this season, knowing what I've said, they'll go and win the bloody league now. So yeah, Bolton, a bit of a mixed bag, I think. I don't think they'll be in the play. They'll be fighting in and around it, I imagine, but just not in it. And then the final spot goes to Stockport, who I think are dark horses to go and win the league, quite frankly. Just because I think Dave Challinger's been there before. He's been there last season, losing out in the playoffs to Leyton Orient narrowly last time by that penalty shootout, of course. So yeah, Stockport in 6th. Luton, Plymouth, I think Cardiff's a real outlier in that one for the promotion odds. Anyway, the relegation odds is Wimbledon. That's expected. Burton's a bit of a surprise. Gary Bowyer knows how to get teams out of this league. I'm sorry, Burton is down there, but they are joint with Northampton and Exeter City. We'll talk about 20th place in a minute. But yeah, Wimbledon are the favourites to go down. It's quite obvious Wimbledon will probably get relegated because they did beat Walsall in that playoff final. But yeah, I think they were one of the weaker playoff sides last season and brewed their way through. So yeah, I think Wimbledon, yeah, it could be favourites to get relegated. Burton, I'm not sure why Burton are in there. I'm not sure why Northampton are in there. I'm not sure what the bookies are thinking here. Both sides, I think, will be quite comfortably safe. Yes, Northampton were in and around it last season, same with Burton. But what Gary Bowyer can do, he got Burton out of a real scrap at the end of that season. And similar to Northampton, they've brought in a lot of players. They have Fosu. Well, they did have Fosu. I think Tyler Roberts is returned to his loan back from Birmingham. So yeah, if you had those players, then it's still got Hoskins as well. So yeah, Northampton, I'm a bit baffled by why they are up there, but yeah, Exeter City as well. I think Gary Caldwell will be fine. I think they might slump a little bit, will Exeter City. Port Vale in 20th. Darren Moore's side are 80 to 1 to get promoted. That means they are 5th favourite to get relegated, and I could see that happening. And then Stevenage just above them. I forgot it's 4 down in League One. So Exeter, Northampton, Burton, Wimbledon are the favourites for Stevenage, and Port Vale just scraping the barrel. So yeah, I'm not sure why Stevenage have been a quite decent mid-table side for a few years now. Steve Evans and Alex Revell just cemented that last year. So yeah, we're for Stevenage, but yeah, that is Stevenage and Port Vale, and that is League One done. So into League 2 then we go, and no surprise that it is MK Dons that are favourite to get promoted under Paul Warne, splashing the cash. They've got the squad, they've got the power this season, and they should get promoted, even though it was a really, really disappointing season for them last season, going through many, many managerial changes in there. Chesterfield also in there, they will join MK Dons next season. Similar to Bristol Rovers, they are 3rd, but they are also joined with Gillingham and Salford and Notts County to go into the playoffs. So yeah, that is the top 6 done with, well, not top 6, but MK Dons you would expect to get promoted in that one. Chesterfield, Bristol Rovers, Gillingham, Salford, Notts County all will get promoted. Won't all get promoted, should finish in the playoffs. And then Walsall are the final outsiders in the playoff spot, of course, because, well, after a poor season last season, they'll want to hit back from the poor season that they had last season, of course, and that was bottling a 12-point lead when they had a game in hand, quite frankly. But yeah, absolute horrible season from Walsall last time out, and they'll be looking to bounce back. Salford City could probably see sneaking in there. Notts County as well. Gillingham, I think they've got financial backing as well as MK does, but not as powerful. Bristol Rovers getting relegated last season, and now with Darryl Clark in charge, they should be getting out of that league. Chesterfield in 2nd with Paul Cook. They weren't great last season, but I think they've done a bit of business through it in the summer to make that good. And then the bottom 4, they have got Newport and Harrogate, who I swear have been like the favourites for the last 3 years or so to get relegated from League 2. Then you got Accrington and Cheltenham just above them. I think Harrogate probably could get relegated in my eyes. Same with Newport, but they only barely survived last season. I think it's one of them two teams. But it could also be one of the League One sides like Shrewsbury or Cambridge or something, because them sides always seem to drop down below. So it'd be interesting to see what they do next season. But yeah, Accrington coming down from League One a few years back. So yeah, they could definitely be in a bit of trouble. So could Cheltenham. Because well, they were in League One a few years ago, and look what has happened to them. So yeah, well, I could definitely see Newport or Harrogate, one of them go down. I think the other might survive just about. And then back to the promotion, Notts County. I think will be one of the stronger playoff sides, similar to Gillingham. I think MK Dons will walk the league, to be honest. So yeah, that is League 2 done, and yeah, that is all of the EFL leagues done for the Bookies predictions this season. Thank you very much for watching this Bookies predictions, promotion and relegation across the EFL. Yeah, thank you again for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you on the next one. I will have to get some pre-recorded videos out because I am at Riyadh this weekend. If you know that what that is, it's an air show. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you on the next one.